Welcome to Stream Economy, where we deep dive into movies, TV shows, and games. Avengers Endgame is already out, my friends, and before you click away, don't worry, this will be a completely spoiler-free episode. But it's already out, and fans are already asking for the Russo brothers to come back to the MCU. But what would it take to get them back for another Avengers movie after they've tackled something as big as the Infinity War? Here's what we know. The Russo brothers have said on more than one occasion that they would be interested in returning to the MCU to do Secret Wars. But if you're not a comic book junkie, you may not know what that is. So Secret Wars was one of the very first massive, major event comics. And it came out in 1984 to, what else? Sell a bunch of toys. The crossover included a massive group of Marvel heroes: Captain America, Hulk, Captain Marvel, Hawkeye, Thor, 3 of the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, and a whole slew of X-Men. The overall concept goes a little something like this. A cosmic jerk called the Beyonder pretty much kidnaps the heroes and teleports them to a planet called Battleworld, where they're forced to face off against infamous Marvel villains like Doctor Doom, Galactus, Doc Ock, Ultron, and more. There was a limited but ultimately unrelated comic launched in 2004 called Secret War, and then in 2015, Secret Wars got launched and sort of remixed the original concept. It collapsed a whole bunch of alternate Marvel timelines into Battleworld, where different sections represented different stories. Multiverse assemble! The original Secret Wars, though, was a massive crossover event that excited comic book fans everywhere and introduced a few characters and concepts that we are familiar with today, like the alien symbiote that would later become Venom. It's no secret that the Russos are a huge fan of this run, and so it's entirely possible that Kevin Feige is able to convince them to come back on board for something that's a little bit of a lighter, more exciting Avengers movie that isn't so much of a downer. Now, with all that being said, let's speculate a little bit. Right now, Marvel has 8 untitled films slated for release: May 2020, November 2020, February 2021, May 2021, November 2021, February 2022, May 2022, and July 2022. Whew, that is a lot of 20s. Okay, so now that we have dates for untitled movies, here are all the confirmed Marvel movies that we know about thus far. Black Panther 2, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Doctor Strange 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, that Black Widow standalone movie, and I'm guessing a Captain Marvel 2 is in the works after that massive box office haul it had. That's 7 movies out of 8 already. I'm predicting that we'll have a lot more information about which of these movies go where, and also if there are any adjusted release dates at D23, Disney's giant fan expo in August of this year. It took 4 years to get from the first Iron Man movie in 2008 to the first Avengers movie in 2012. Knowing that, I am going to officially say that the 5th Avengers movie is going to come out in May of 2023. Now, as for that 8th movie that's already on the slate in July 2022, there are a lot of options here. It's possible Marvel uses it for something like an X-Men reboot or an Adam Warlock movie, since he was hinted at in Guardians Volume 2. Just saying. So if they do decide to come back and do Secret Wars, well, I mean, it could be pretty amazing, and it would be an opportunity for them to do something that wasn't a double movie magnum opus like Infinity War and Endgame, which had to have been really exhausting. But it really boils down to what ideas they might have for Secret Wars. Maybe they take concepts from both the 1984 and 2015 runs, because they're both pretty good. Now, if Kevin Feige doesn't manage to get the Russos back on board for Secret Wars, it's possible he leans into the Secret Invasion storyline, which involves Skrulls masquerading as superheroes and other people on Earth as part of a plan to take over. But who can say really on that? I actually think that it might be really cool to just go for a big bad like Galactus, but I'm not in charge of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm not Kevin Feige. I don't look like him at all. So at the end of the day, I'm just really excited to see what Phase 4 holds for all of us MCU fans. I'm really excited to hear what you guys think. And speaking of which, hey, Serals, you in for Secret Wars or what?
What do you mean they're going to do more? Even more? Of course they're going to do more. So I made a list of some guys that maybe could bring in, you know what I mean? Just the almighty dollar. A man dressed up as a dollar bill. Brilliant. What about Thunder Frog? You know who Thunder Frog is? Apparently Thor turns into a frog. That's it. Thunder Frog. Brilliant. Alright, I'm down with that. Lockjaw. Have you heard of Lockjaw? Time-travelling Doug. A time-travelling Doug. Marvel wrote a comic about a time-travelling Doug. You know what? It's even stupid. Because my Avengers Endgame was all about time travel. And then they've got a time-travelling Doug in their back pocket and they didn't even use it. What's the point, man? What's the point? It's so stupid. They had Ant-Man instead of going up Thanos'.
Thanks so much for watching. If you want to learn more about a particular superhero in the MCU that's going to be a huge star in Phase 4, watch our Shang-Chi episode. I also made a top 10 list of the best gadgets in the MCU, which you can watch right down here. Till next time, be good streamers.